Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Whose Online Is It Anyway, where the insurrections are made up and the riots don't matter. I'm Toxic Male, and sitting across from me, who just got done gargling his own ball bag because he's got nothing better to do, Terrence Popp.
All right, you butthurt ass bags. We got a good show tonight. A lot of crazy stuff going on, as usual.
I was going to say, crazy stuff on this show? Never.
Nah.
It never happens.
And that's what we talk about here. If it's wrong, ridiculous, it's redonkulous, it's open game, and we're going to rip on it.
You're damn right. Just like this guy. Groom, reportedly in tuxedo after wedding, accuses bride of affair with friend, while the three of them are stuck in traffic, and then groom shoots his friend.
All right. I just have some questions here.
I do too.
Why did he go through with the wedding, number one? Why didn't he actually have this conversation with the best man long before this?
Yeah.
And when is it a good idea to actually try to execute people in traffic? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it looked cool in Sicario, but it's really about as far as that goes.
I mean, you really got to lose. I don't know, man. You blew his cool and decided to blow his friend away.
Like, why would you get married and then decide it's time for a killing spree? I mean, like, between the marriage license and the divorce license and all the stuff in the police station, I mean, you just doubled your paperwork, man.
No, it's actually tripled your paperwork.
It's bad news.
Yeah, you tripled your paperwork on that one. That's ridiculous.
You want to dive into some of the details here?
Well, yeah, let's do that. What did he do? Shoot his buddy in the leg?
Yeah, after their wedding Saturday, a bride and groom were in a vehicle with a male friend when the trio got stuck in traffic on Interstate 10 near New Orleans. So I'm assuming that this was going to be a finger cuff situation.
Hang on. So this was not his best man? It was just a dude?
Let me see here. It just says friend.
Okay.
Yeah. So if it was the best man, it would be even a little bit more screwed up. Not much, but a little. Then things got ugly, and it had nothing to do with a long line of cars. The groom, Devin Jose Jones, 30, began accusing his new wife of having an affair with a male friend in the vehicle. St. John Parish Sheriff Mike Tregro told the station. He identified the male as a friend of the bride. Jones, still donning his tuxedo, then pulled out a firearm and chased the bride's friend down the interstate between the stopped cars before shooting him in the leg. Well, for once?
Upper leg or lower leg?
I don't know. It doesn't say. But I guess he was listening to the Joe Biden school of weapons handling. Why should you shoot him in the leg, man?
Yeah, you converted that guy into an instant circle walker right there.
The groom also fired at another car stuck in traffic, striking one person in the hand. Went through the vehicle's rear window.
Okay, that's a party foul right there.
Well, I mean, if he hadn't addressed this, then later on that night, the bride's friend would have been climbing in through her rear window, if you know what I mean.
No, but he opened up on just somebody just in a random car.
Yeah.
Who had nothing to do with this.
Well, maybe it was like a thing, his buddy ducked behind a car, and then, he opened up trying to shoot him, like, through the car, thinking he could pull some of that John Wick shit, and then it just, hit somebody in the hand.
I disapprove greatly of that.
Well,
listen,
I
it's
do
one
too.
thing if you have a problem with a dude and you decide to burn him down. I got it. But if you're hitting innocent people, I mean, that's just poor weapon handling, man.
Poor weapon handling, poor
It is.
sportsmanship too, man.
Well, yeah, that too.
I mean, wait until you got her locked in from both sides like a pair of finger cuffs. And then while she's busy, you're just like, hey, bruh, we should really talk. No, not you.
The finger cuff will commence.
Boo.
I don't know, man. What's the world coming to?
Or if he really wanted to make sure that he stayed there to talk, you pull it out, cap the chick, her mouth clamped shut, traps him there. All right, so we're going to talk about what was going on here. Just want to make sure what's going on.
Though this does remind me of a story about an individual who got married.
Ooh.
He was driving with his wife across it's the San Francisco Bridge. It's one where they always jump off of, right?
The Golden Gate Bridge.
Golden Gate Bridge. And, she had been, sampling the sausage behind his back, but he knew about it.
Oh.
And literally he stopped the car and said, I don't think I'll be right back. And he like literally jumped off the bridge.
That's a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Yep.
That's bad form as well. In a different way, but bad form.
It is, but I'm just saying that, when people, when a lot of men are confronted with that kind of pain, they don't make rational decisions. Like, I wouldn't say most of the time, but, in a great portion of the time.
Yeah. Let's see here. What happened to the groom? Charged with attempted second-degree murder, aggravated second-degree battery, 2 counts of aggravated damage to criminal property,
10
and
years.
illegal use of weapons or dangerous instrumentalities, according to jail records, adding that the bond amount for each charge was unspecified.
Yeah, he's going to do a minimum of 10 years if this is his first offense. If he's done this before, he's doing 20.
Jail.
He's doing some time.
Well, either way, I mean, it's not an ideal situation, and definitely not the time to talk about it.
I don't know. He should have just had a fist fight.
Yeah.
That's just assault and battery.
A little fisticuffs. I mean, you could chalk it up to mutual combat.
Yeah. In some states, if it's a mutual combat, as long as you don't hit the guy on the ground,
Done.
it's not a big deal.
No.
Here we go.
All right. Anybody out there actually watching the Olympics? No, me neither.
No, neither am I.
No.
Yeah, I don't give it. What are the actual ratings of the Olympics? Do we know?
No, I don't know, but I know that they are down, and the actual sponsorships for the Olympics are hemorrhaging over all the woke nonsense.
Yeah, if anybody out there watching has any information on the Olympics, let us know.
Yeah.
Because this is ridiculous.
But this is beautiful because this is why this stream is called, When Karma Kicks You in the Butt.
Yep.
Gwen Berry, who turned her back on U.S. flag in the trials, fails to win a medal in hammer throw at Tokyo Olympics, as critics say. Now we can root for people who actually want to be a part of Team USA.
I'm going to be honest. If you're disrespecting the flag, you're representing this country in the Olympics. If you're disrespecting the flag, you need to be removed.
Yep.
You shouldn't even be allowed to, participate.
No, you are supposed to be there representing your country. If that is not
correct.
what you are there for,
Get the hell out of here.
yeah, exactly. And it wasn't even like, oh, she placed 4th. She just missed it by a quantaha hair. No. She placed 11th out of 12.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. All right.
So her little publicity stunt prior to the Olympics was nothing more than her attempt to get a participation trophy.
Or maybe she just isn't motivated to actually compete. Came in second to last.
I don't know. Poland's Anita cruised to her 3rd straight Olympic gold. Barry's disappointing performance was instantly seized upon by critics who have criticized the 32-year-old for protesting Moaisisms during the national anthem.
Amen.
Yes, because, it was a sneak attack when they started playing the national anthem. It's not like they've ever done that at a sporting event in the history of mankind.
Yeah, I know. Look, they're going to play the national anthem at any major sporting event. That's just the way it is. It is not an ambush. It's not a surprise. It's a fact.
Ugh. Well, and just, if you're going to put yourself out there in such a huge way to the point where people who previously never knew who the hell you were are now speaking your name, be able to back it up with some, I don't know, talent.
Yeah, or some intestinal fortitude.
Yeah. I mean, I always criticized Kanye West for him talking about himself as like the second coming of Christ in regards to his music because his music fucking sucks. It doesn't make him a bad dude, but his music sucks.
To be honest, I don't even know any of the songs he's ever made.
Yeah. Well, that's basically because if you kind of like one of his songs, chances are it's because you like the song that he's talking over that he licensed from somebody else.
Okay, he's one of those kinds.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. It's like, okay, I'm just going to take this Daft Punk song and then I'm going to talk over it.
Okay.
Yay, look at me, I'm awesome. Just because I, agree with him putting on a red hat doesn't make him a good dude or anything.
I don't even know the guy, so.
No, I don't either. I'm just saying. And he was dumb enough to marry a Kardashian. And he honestly thought that was going to last.
Yeah, isn't he getting divorced?
Yep.
Yeah.
Slipped one by the goalie, and now he's getting divorced.
What, is that actually been? Is that still in the works? Because we got to do a Pimp Tart Wife Institute.
Yeah, I believe it's still in the works.
All right.
We're going to have to do a Pimp Tart Wife Institute for Dr. Dre, too, man.
Oh, yeah.
What is his? It's like total support is like $300,000 a month or something.
I believe so, yeah.
Oh.
300,000 in alimony a month, and then she's going to get a portion of the estate.
That is horrendous. Ugh.
Yep.
Oh. At the Olympic butt hurt doesn't stop there. You should read it. You should read it.
It's tough. America hating soccer player Megan Rapinoe in tears after losing in likely her final Olympics. Good! Cunt!
Oh, and she's wiping the tears off of her.
God, she was such a raging asshole in 2016.
She still is.
I didn't even want to actually have to watch her ever again, and I can't believe she's in a second Olympics.
Yeah. Well, first they got smoked by Sweden.
Right out of the gate.
Right out. That was a 3-0 loss.
Yeah.
And then, for the first time in 20 years, Kazakhstan smoked the American team 1-0.
Canada.
I know we got some Canucks in the chat. I don't care. I'm just saying.
No, I got nothing against the Canadians. They make good beer.
I don't either. But
soldiers are pretty good.
Just saying. Sandman is from Canada.
I just don't agree with.
But he knows the deal.
But it is what it is.
It's like, what is it like dwelling within the wart-infested uterus of Castro's?
I don't know. I'm just hoping that they remove her from being a spokesman for Subway.
All that, and apparently she's going to be one of Victoria's Secret's new angels.
How old is she now?
I don't know. Does it say how old she is? I mean, it doesn't matter because she looks ready to collect AARP. Maybe it's all of the quim that she's been sniffing, but it's bad news.
She's got to be in her 30s.
Probably.
Huh.
Weh. It certainly wasn't one of our better performances, that's for sure. Weh.
I don't care.
I don't care either. F her.
Yeah.
F that whole... I mean, not the whole team, because there are shots of her kneeling next to other players on the team who are actually standing with hand over the heart and saluting the flag. But her...
I have no idea why they didn't throw her ass off there.
I got nothing.
Get somebody else. I'm serious. If you are not there to represent this country with pride, get the hell off the goddamn team.
She's a laughing stock.
Lost!
Exactly.
Oh.
I mean, don't become a laughing stock of this and then not be able to back it up too. Like I said, it's one thing if you actually have some talent. It's like you can, you go out there and you spew your vitriolic, hateful, political nonsense, and then you go out there and actually kick some ass. That would be one thing. No.
Listen, the best athletes are the ones that show up with the talent, the drive, and the skill to dominate, but yet they're very humble.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a perfect mix.
Yeah.
Like, I used to like Conor McGregor until he started getting all stupid and his head got really big. And I couldn't watch any of his fights after that. I couldn't do it.
There are some dudes who can make it work for them, like Muhammad Ali. No one tooted his horn louder and harder than himself.
There was a lot of bad blood between him and some of his former opponents.
Oh, I'm sure there was.
Oh, no, there was. Like Frazier. Frazier would not shake his hand or talk to him ever again. They had some real bad blood. Because in my opinion, I watched a lot of the bullshit that Muhammad Ali did to him and said about him. That's just out of bounds, bro.
Yeah, like I said, the ego thing.
Yeah.
At least he could somewhat back it up. When you say the greatest, hey, you know what?
Oh, when he was young, man, he was damn good.
Yeah, but like you look at his record, somebody calls himself the greatest, and you look at his record, hey, you know what? He might actually have a case there. This chick, we need to get paid just as much as the men, even though we completely bargained for a totally different type of deal, but now we want the best of both worlds because vagina and reasons. Oh, by the way, we lost twice. And to the Canadians.
So they're not going to get any medals then?
None.
None. Wow. They choked hard. Oh, here's some good karma right here, baby.
Oh, this is phenomenal karma. I love this. I mean, I don't wish death on anybody, and my dad passed away from lung cancer, so I know what that's all about. But when when your career is basically over and you think that you can get it back by doing this, I don't really care.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
in shock.
going to be honest. I mean, I'm all about the underdog.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a sucker for rooting for underdogs.
That's why everybody loves Rocky.
And I actually rooted for her for years that she would get off of the C list or whatever, D list.
Yeah.
And then she did that whole beheaded thing with the president, and that was
done.
I'm done with it.
I'm still in shock.
Done.
Kathy Griffin announces that she has lung cancer. Far left comedian. I love that it's in quotes. Kathy Griffin on Monday announced that she has stage 1 lung cancer, which means she'll probably be fine. Because she can actually afford the good stuff that the rest of us can't afford.
Stage 1 is just basically they found the tumor.
Yeah.
They're going to cut it out.
Yeah, if it's even a tumor at that point, it could just be just a collection of abnormal cells in there that they could easily slice out with a biopsy practically. I've got to tell you guys something. I have cancer. I'm about to go into surgery to have half of my left lung removed. Oh, that's never good. Yes, I have lung cancer, even though I've never smoked. Well, you know what you probably did? You got yourself a high-performance vehicle down there between your legs, and you still didn't get off the C list.
So she never smoked, huh?
Nope.
Yeah.
But if you get the high-performance vehicle virus from, smoking all kinds of Hollywood pole, that tends to lead to certain types of cancer.
I don't think lung cancer is one of them, though.
You never know. I mean, you can get throat cancer, you can get mouth cancer, you can get different kinds of women's cervical cancer from that stuff. I mean,
the cervical cancers, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
The downstairs mix-up cancers all day long.
All day long.
Wow. Well.
Oh, I love this. Griffin also wanted everyone to know that she's fully vaccinated because the consequences would have been even more serious.
No, they wouldn't.
Sure. Yes, because one totally has something to do with the other. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if one caused the other. Since, we don't really know how those spike proteins
not this
and
quickly.
Stuff work. Yeah, you never know. Dude, people are dying within like 48 hours. Dying. You think this wouldn't happen quickly?
Well, one, since we're on the tube of you,
I know I'm being vague.
We can't really go into it. But my professional opinion and my gut feeling of ESP is telling me we're in for a long road.
Yeah.
The after effects of the poke and smoke.
It's going to be a long series of posthumous Darwin Awards. And they're going to be given out over the next 20 some odd years. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think you are correct.
It's like, oh, you mean all that data that we had back in 2002 was correct back when this was developed for rabbits and dogs?
It's going to work out fine.
It's totally going to be fine.
How many people have watched it now?
Nah, it'll be fine. We are up to 549, only 19 minutes into the stream.
Damn!
I am honored, and that's just on YouTube.
Thank God. You guys are awesome. Make sure you hit the like.
Yeah, smash the likes. We only got 200 likes and 500.
Share the shit out of this.
Hell yeah. And welcome over to Calebon. He's our resident platform jumper, currently commenting over on Twitch. And we got 40 people watching there, 55 over on Odyssey. D-Live, once again, it doesn't tell me on my own damn page. Son of a bitch. Evil Author, though, wants to know, does Popp have a Telegram channel?
I do not as of yet.
Not yet. But we have 59 viewers also over at MGTOW.tv.
All right.
Outstanding. Thank you all for tuning in.
I didn't know there was a Telegram channel.
And yes, later on there will be. a New Tech exclusive portion of this stream. So you people who are already over there on New Tech, you can just sit tight where you are. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, it's going to be good. We got lots to report on the verboten subjects.
Yes. Yes, we do.
What in the butt, baby?
Nah, not good.
No,
You don't want anything in the butt.
no.
I've had 2 colonoscopies,
Oh.
one without anesthesia, and let me tell you, that hurt bad.
And you've had your butt cut open.
Yeah,
Which,
I've had some surgery down in that downstairs mix-up area. It's not good.
Hence the butt donut.
Yeah.
I don't talk shit about your butt donut. I just wonder why you don't have sprinkles.
You're such an a-hole, bro. Wow, that's good stuff right there.
I might be an a-hole, but I'm still nowhere near the ass crater that is our president.
And we're
Come
going
on, man.
to...
Give me a little break here.
Was that?
Okay, now, just like anything else that has to deal with the deep state, whenever something major goes on, there's always people who get hurled off into oblivion.
I think the correct term is collateral damage, right?
Or they get Hillaried.
Or Epstein.
Yes, Epstein, yeah.
Yeah, this is, we've had our 4th Epstein just since the Capitol riots. The 4th Capitol riot cop, 26 years old, committed self-deletion, allegedly. D.C. police reveal officer was found dead at his home last month in statement just hours after disclosing 3rd cop had taken his own life. So they intended to keep this a secret, but after 3 of them were found, a month later they decided to reveal this to the public? Doesn't that seem a little hinky by itself?
Weird. 17 out of every 100,000 cops kill themselves.
Yep. D.C. Metropolitan Officer Kyle DeFreitag, 26, killed himself on July 10th. He's the 4th cop. Officer Gunter Hashida, 43, a father of 3, because that usually happens, took his own life on July 29th, unless they're divorced. Then it'll happen. Mm-hmm. But if he's still with his kids?
I don't see it.
Yeah. Another one, Howard Liebengood, killed himself 3 days after the riot on January 9th, while D.C. police officer Jeffrey Smith took care of himself on January 14th. Wow.
I'm not buying it, man. I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying it either. You could slap every clearance sticker in the store on this sumbitch.
Not the guy with 3 kids.
No. Anybody else? You smell that? Smells like conspiracy.
It smells like bullshit to me.
Well, I mean, think about everything else that we know about the riot. Or technically, it was really just a protest, because everything that I've seen is literally just people walking through the Capitol with cell phones like...
There's footage of showing the Capitol removing the barricades.
And letting people in. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is an insurrection, and it's the worst thing that's ever happened to this country since the Civil War. But, over a year of burning, looting, and murdering with over $2 billion in declared insurance damage, that's fiery but peaceful.
Totally
it's just fine.
Like this one guy, he killed himself on January 14th.
Yep.
Shooting himself in his Ford Mustang while on his way to an overnight shift.
Yep.
So he's on his way into work. I don't get it. I don't know.
I
don't know. I mean, if these guys were talking about it, maybe.
Ugh.
But not with a guy with 3 kids. I find that hard to believe.
I find that very hard to believe as well. I mean, having kids, if anything, gives you a reason to live. So
yeah, it does.
Hell, it'll even keep you in a state that is burning in way past its expiration date.
Yes, it will.
Not that you would know about that or anything.
It'll keep you in your seat. And you're like, shit, it's going to be close. Run my flaps. Oh, yeah, here we go.
We're burning in.
We are on fire.
Jump out the back. 3 bells, please. Where's my reserve? Damn it.
Listen, if you're in an airplane that's going down and you have to actually put your parachute on, you are effed.
Yep.
Because that's not happening.
No.
You better already have it on.
But, of course, we're not going to talk about this coincidence, right? You know what we're going to talk about instead?
My racist.
Moacisms, yeah. The
My
racisms of
racisms.
rioters take center stage in the January 6th hearing. And this getting up there saying that Trump supporters were whipping around the N-word and everything like that. No, I'm sorry. There are literally thousands upon thousands of hours of security footage that the Democrats are refusing to release to the public. Why do you think that is?
Because that shit didn't happen.
Exactly. It's just like...
Nobody had guns. Nobody was
No.
doing violence.
Nope.
You know, of course, you're always going to have a couple assholes doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
You always got an asshole.
They insisted that it was an armed insurrection. You know how long it took them to actually find video footage of someone with a gun and make an arrest? 6 months. If it was an armed insurrection, wouldn't they have found guns at the
Immediately.
scene?
Immediately.
Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't people have been arrested with like rocket launchers and shit?
They would have been holding rifles and shotguns and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so this dude, if you haven't heard his...
Look at his face.
Yeah, if you haven't heard his bullshit testimony, go watch it. You'll puke.
Do we have any of it here?
Do you really want to watch it?
Just a sec.
I don't know if we actually have it in this article. I listened to it on a
don't worry about
completely
it.
unrelated thing.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
But that dude, yeah, he just, people are they're saying the N-word and throwing it around. Oh my God, it's just like being back in the South. You weren't born then, asshole.
You know what? When I spent a lot of time in the South in the military, and the N-word was not used that often.
No. The thing is, only people who have never been to the South think that it's some racist hellhole where everybody's banging their cousin. People who have actually been there, they actually see more cooperation, tolerance, and inclusivity than anyone up here could possibly offer
Yeah, it's
because
not a-
everyone up here is too busy calling everything racist.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to create a problem that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So
Hysterical. Well, at least it would be if it wasn't so damn sad
it is sad.
and easily disproven. And yet people,
Stupid.
they just keep running with it, man. It's like a wage gap.
Oh my Lord.
We got 69 viewers on MGTOW.tv. You know, I like that number. I'm just saying.
More fake rich.
So does your mom.
All right. We're going to the next one.
We're going to the next one. We are about to cap 600 viewers on
All right,
YouTube.
so-
Come on, give me 3 more. And give me some more likes, man. 335 out of almost 600 people. You guys are slacking.
Slacker.
600. Boom. Just hit it.
Nice.
Fantastic. Not bad for a backup channel that a lot of people still don't know about because we're getting shadow banned.
Yes, we are.
Wah, wah.
We're getting shadow banned. We've been getting shadow banned since like 2015, since the whole, actually it was 15, 14, when the whole incel, MGTOW, red pill thing started getting hammered.
Yeah, when that started, we took a huge slump. And then right around the time that we discovered our biggest fans, like Tessa Newell, Amy Horton, Allison Stevenson, we had a slew of hits. And like all of these videos have like over 250,000 views, right? Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden we were just rocketing, like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Thousands of subscribers a week. We hit 100,000. It was all gravy. Like, it's just going to keep getting better from here. Hit 110.
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah, and you know what helped us out there?
Huh.
Rules of a gunfight.
Yes.
Was all over the internet. It was in Military Times.
Yep. Shout out to We Are the Mighty.
We Are the Mighty.
Yeah, We Are the Mighty reposts that like every 6 months. They're like, it's been a while since we fucked with people using that one. There you go.
But the thing is the Rules of a Gunfight 1 and 2.
Yep. Hollywood Live.
Yes. The second one didn't get nearly as much love.
Nah, but I think the first one was helped because you were clearly intoxicated.
Clearly.
And I did pick some good movie clips to go with that. Everybody likes Hot Fuzz. And if you don't, it's just because you haven't seen it yet.
I was clearly inebriated.
I mean, not like Dude Law inebriated. Dude Law, you were like, tongue is numb.
That was the first time I ever had Guinness, though.
Yeah, that Guinness Extra Stout. Ooh, it's so good.
It is so good, but it made my tongue so.
Ooh, you know what? We should do like an Irish car bomb with the Guinness Extra Stout and a shot of that cold brew. That would be dangerous.
Yeah,
but I'm guessing also
I'll be
delicious.
Sleeping on the floor.
We got Sandman in the chat.
Sweet.
How you doing, sir? Oh, he just mentioned that MGTOW subreddits got banned today.
Oh, yeah?
Is anyone shocked, though?
It's on what? It's on Reddit?
Reddit, yeah. Reddit they are completely cucked. Like, the other day, I still get emails from Reddit like, oh, you should check this out today. One of their forums or their subreddits is called Facepalm. So I'm like, oh, okay, this ought to be good for a chuckle. You go in there, it's nothing but leftist whining. The whole thread. They're like, okay, this is supposed to be facepalm.
Yeah.
And instead of facepalming at what they're posting, I'm facepalming at the idiocy of the people posting it.
You know, I haven't messed with Reddit in like 2 years.
If that.
I mean, I used to post on there, but now I don't. Nothing.
Ugh. Mr. Sandman.
Suck it!
All right. So to go back to the previous topic, like, you want to know why we know this is bullshit, aside from the fact that thousands of hours of security footage are still being withheld from the public that would prove that all this is weapons-grade bullshit.
Yeah.
It's because stuff like this happens all the time, and it happened once again in St. Louis. Busted! St. Louis County Health Director Dr. Facial Cum, I'm just going to call him that, caught in hate hoax, accused
Again.
anti-maskers of shouting racial slurs and shoving him. Let's just go right to it. So, I love this, though. This is a great story.
Video.
Last week, St. Louis County Commissioner Sam Page implemented a mask mandate once again in the county due to the Delta variant. The mandate ended on its second day.
Nice.
On Tuesday night, only a day after the mandate went into effect in the St. Louis city and county, the mandate was overturned in a 5-2 vote. You see,
Good.
at the state and local level, the system works. That's why we tell you guys, get involved.
Yeah.
You too can fortify elections like a bunch of asshat billionaires, but you can do it legally.
Yeah. You just show up and do things right.
That's damn right. Oh, this is the video that proves he was 100% full of shit.
Play it!
That county council meeting certainly got heated at times, but exactly what happened to the county health director, Dr. Faisal Khan, during and after his testimony is now the subject of an investigation. Khan says he was physically and verbally assaulted, called horrible racial slurs. Well, tonight, News 4 has new surveillance video.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
So officials say it is only just a piece of the puzzle.
If you do not restore order, I will walk away.
After his remarks at a council meeting Tuesday, Health Director Dr. Faisal Khan admits he lost his composure. In this surveillance video just obtained by News 4, you can see him from behind lifting his arm and giving the middle finger.
Oh, yeah. You know, he was getting shoved.
Oh,
and he was being called racial slurs.
Okay.
Despite the fact that clearly nothing happened and he was walked out of there with a police escort.
Gotcha.
You got the sad trombone up there?
I believe I do.
Ain't facts a bitch.
Well, you know, first of all, when you're going to say shit like that, most of these cops have body cameras now.
Yep.
And they're on all day.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll literally, they will hold 8 to 12 hours of footage.
Yeah. I mean, look at the still from this. This is just amazing. Look at it. No one in this room is paying this jackhole any mind.
Nope.
There is not a single fuck to be given in that room.
No.
Unless you count him flipping off the constituents.
Well, there might have been a damn or a shit, but there's no fucks.
No fucks.
No fucks given.
But of course, you know, we wouldn't be exposing the Democrats if we didn't point out a whole bunch of hypocrisy on a level that
here we go.
piss people off. So remember, when Capitol Police let protesters into the building, and by the way, that's the people's building. Technically, the people who are walking into that building own it.
Correct.
Just making that
Just so
perfectly
you know.
clear. But apparently when you're BLM and you can spend months at a time firebombing different things, apparently in Iowa they will just cuck out and give you money.
That is such bullshit.
Yes.
I can't believe Iowa's doing this.
BLM protesters to receive $5,000 each for the Iowa Capitol ban. So they showed up, they acted a fool, they got banned from the premises.
And then we had to pay them.
And then they had to get paid.
Fuck them.
5 protesters supporting the BLM movement are set to receive $5,000 each following an Iowa appeal board decision on their ban from the state capitol last year. Oh, my gosh. The state appeal board on Monday voted to approve a recommendation from state attorneys to pay 5 protesters $5,000 each and their lawyer $45,000.
God damn it.
According to the settlement, which a judge must approve before it's finalized, please don't.
Please don't.
The state will withdraw all bans on the 5 protesters, noting that they may continue to enter and use the Iowa Capitol complex on the same basis and under the same terms as any other law-abiding member of the public. But if they weren't law-abiding,
then they shouldn't be allowed to be in there.
Jaleisha Johnson, Louise Bequeath, Haley Jo Dickers, I'm sure that in no way indicates her social life.
It's Dykers.
It's Dickers.
I say Dykers.
Well, I'm just saying that probably explains a great deal of her social life.
When
she's not burning, looting, and murdering, of course.
Of course.
Brad Pennis and Brandy Ramis. Yeah. Okay. So we got Johnson, Bequeath, Dickers, Pennis, and Ramis. You guys should start a band. Arrested on July 1st after an altercation with police officers at the Capitol. Iowa State Patrol, which is in charge of Capitol security, told these protesters that they were banned, some for 6 months, some for a year, from setting foot on state property that surrounded the building. 4 were charged with interference with official acts or disorderly conduct, which were later dismissed, and 1 pleaded guilty to simple misdemeanor interference, ordered to pay $250. So they were acting a fool.
Yeah.
And I think the justification, of course, is going to be that a lot of those charges were dismissed. So, but of course,
I say go back and charge them.
Well,
fuck them.
I mean, this is par for the course, right?
Yeah.
We had people firebombing courthouses.
They let the left, they're letting off the hook, and the right, they're hammering. It's not going to end well.
Yeah, Capitol protesters are being held in solitary confinement to this day.
And some of them have got their asses beaten.
Yep.
Physical beatdown in the jail.
Yeah,
that's some horse shit, right?
It's state-sanctioned terrorism, is what it is.
It's absolutely correct.
Yeah, they're just like China, just throwing people in the gulag for no reason whatsoever, other than political dissonance, and then they're
ideally, this is probably what's going to happen moving into the future. If this devolves into a 2-way rifle range, the names of the people who ran the jail who were beating these guys is going to get doxed out to the population.
Well, that sounds like fun.
And it's going to get handled out there. Because you're not going to get any justice by the courts.
Nope.
We
know that very well.
If it comes to that, that's what's going to happen.
Yep. Jail. Are you ready?
There we go.
You got to read this one,
All
man.
right. New York AG says Governor Cuomo violated the law by sexually harassing several women.
Oh, you mean that when one of these dudes was accused, there was actually proof?
Believe all women.
Wow.
Believe all women.
It's amazing. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo violated federal and state law by harassing multiple women and threatening retaliation against a former employee who made a public complaint about his behavior, according to a bombshell report from the state attorney general's office.
So he was trying to, strong-arm some punani?
Apparently so, yeah.
Huh.
I need you to twist my nipple rings.
It isn't true.
Please do so now. I'm the governor.
Cuomo did it.
I'll have my brother put you on CNN.
Yeah, with his spiked nipples. What a dumbass.
The Cuck News Network. The independent investigation has concluded that Governor Andrew Cuomo harassed multiple women and in doing so violated federal and state law. Specifically, the investigation found that Governor Andrew Cuomo harassed current and former New York State employees by engaging in unwelcome and non-consensual touching and making numerous offensive comments of a suggestive and schmexual nature that created a hostile work environment for women.
Hostile work environment. All right.
Now,
I'm going to be honest. All right, I have actually seen and lived through a hostile work environment.
Dina, sorry.
With a female battalion commander. Just an absolute incompetent piece of shit.
Yeah.
And the only way she succeeded in her career was by tearing down everyone around her.
Sounds about right.
And for whatever reason, I mean, they just kept promoting her up the chain. So, I mean, and it was an absolute nightmare, man. And I had to...
I'm sure she sucked a few of those promotions out of a garden hose.
I don't know. All I know is I got my black belt in administrative violence going against that woman.
Yep. And you know, Andy, can I call you Andy? I just want to know, are you stupid? You think the internet is going to forget when you say shit? I'm just saying, because we remember when you said this. The allegations of sexual assault against Judge Kavanaugh are deeply concerning and disturbing. We owe it to the American people to #believe survivors. I call on the Senate to postpone any vote until these allegations are fully investigated. This tweet aged about as well as your ex-wife.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, man.
You're going to get me sued, man.
You're going to get me sued. You're going to get me sued, man.
So, just like it was with Beijing Biden, and it is now with Governor Cuomo, do as we say, not as we do. It's #believe all women until one of us gets accused. Then we didn't really mean that.
Don't they circle the wagons?
Yeah, you got to vet.
Covers each other.
You got to vet, man.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
I hope that. My God, that guy makes me sick.
Ugh.
God.
Oh, and it gets even better here. They actually detail some of the investigation here. So you're looking at, look over here. Beginning in December 2020, multiple women came forward with allegations that Cuomo had harassed them. Investigators interviewed 179 individuals, including the women making the accusations. Current and former members of Cuomo's office, state troopers, other state employees, and the governor himself. More than 74,000 documents, emails, texts, and pictures were also reviewed as evidence during the investigation.
Wow.
The Attorney General's office said in a press release.
Wow.
Leave no stone unturned, but it doesn't mean that he's actually going to be held accountable for this.
No, you're right. Yeah, he's a Democrat.
Yeah. If he had an R after his name, he'd be held accountable.
No, if he had an R after his name, he'd already be up on the cross getting crucified.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it rolls. That's how it rolls, man.
But we all know nothing's really going to happen to this guy. I mean, he is a mass murdering fornication head. Like, we know nothing's going to happen to this dude.
They ain't doing crap to him.
I mean, hell, the FBI had to concoct a whole fake kidnapping plot against Governor Whitmer just to throw like 6 autistic dudes in jail because we just don't do this kind of shit.
Yeah, but you know what? If it actually gets to that point where people start actually doing that, it's going to be...
It's going to go off.
One, it's going to go off. 2, it's going to be real bad.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people who work for these alphabet agencies because they have a diversity hire quota.
Yep.
Which means, for the most part, those organizations are operating at C to C plus levels.
Yep.
And if they're going against people of equal ability or better, and there's more of them, oh, shit.
Yep.
Now, I hope that doesn't happen. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
You know, my ESP is telling me something different, though.
Yep. Of course, Governor Cuomo, you know, being the upstanding dude who holds himself to his own standards as he is, refuses to step down as he rubbishes AG's biased sex pest report and publishes his truth online. Says that he never touched anyone inappropriately just because his family member is an abuse survivor.
All right.
Wow. Way to blame and shame and attempt to divert the cart.
How many documents did they look at? 75,000?
76,000.
76,000 documents. How many people did they talk to?
176.
170. Now, bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I mean, how can he possibly say that?
Well, the thing is, even if this is like a Bill Cosby conspiracy, and I'm not saying that it isn't.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, you know, you got a rich, well-to-do dude in a position of power. You're automatically got a target on your back, even when you're not a genocidal fucking idiot. I'm just saying, even if that is the case, he has to hold himself to his own standards.
Yes.
And they won't fucking do it.
No, they have. It's do as I say, not as I do. Rules for thee and none for me.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's basically the marching orders for the left.
Yep. And even Stunning and Brave.
Here we go.
Completely. And by the way, you just check out this dislike ratio from something that's only been live for 3 hours.
Is it still active?
It's still active. He's getting ratioed.
What?
I'm gonna Greasy Taco Meat comments here. 80+ million votes, but gets ratioed online every single time. Believe the science.
All right, go back up. All right, how long has this been out?
This has been out for 3 hours.
All right. First of all, I do not believe the upvote to downvote ratio. I believe that's been monkeyed with.
It probably has. But let's hear what Beijing Biden has to say about Mr. Cuomo.
Okay.
I have a question for you on coronavirus, but first I'd like to start with the news of the day, given back in March you said that if the investigation confirmed the allegations against Governor Cuomo, then he should resign. So will you now call on him to resign, given the investigators said the 11 women were credible?
I stand by that statement.
Are you now calling on him to resign?
Yes.
That's what I'm supposed to say, right?
Yeah.
Jill, can you change my diaper?
My butt's been wiped.
What's it? You want to read some of these comments?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Does the White House have an in-house trainer on how to read from a teleprompter? Somebody could certainly benefit. Aggressive efforts to poke the unpoked? What? Aggressive efforts, huh? Yay.
Aggressive efforts.
Same guy who said, "Who's going to take the shot?" when it was from Trump.
Yep.
That's so cute, the way the press treat their puppet. Go away, Joe. You can't do this.
I find it hard to believe that it's a 2-to-1 ratio right now, because
should we do a reload?
Yeah, let's do a reload. It, and let's see if they fucked with it.
It's up to 19,000 views, and that dislike ratio just keeps on climbing.
Did we throw a dislike on there?
Yes, we did. That's why it's blue.
All right, good. Yeah, anyone watching, go here, dislike this. Downvote it.
I'm sure the official White House channel is getting ratioed even harder, because this is CNBC Television's page.
Oh, can we find it on the actual?
Yeah, I could take a look.
Yeah, see if it's on there.
Yeah, let's see. I want to make sure that I can back up to this, though. White House.
White House?
Let's see, the White House. Okay, this is the official one. I'm going to turn on the volume here. Oh, wow.
Oh, my God!
60. Whoa!
Now, downvote it quickly.
Oh, wrong one. 66 upvotes to 929 downvotes. 925
yes.
now.
Yes!
And you go down here, the most telling thing of all. Comments turned off.
Yeah, everyone go there and downvote this video. Let's turn this thing. It's at 600 downvotes.
Holy shit, dude. This has 2,856 views since it went live 3 hours ago. We're going to have more than that for this stream by the time it's over.
Yeah. Wow!
Whoa!
Wow.
Oh, wow. Woo!
Woo!
That is some good shit right there.
Oh, yeah. You want to talk about throwing your own flying cross-bodied cock block, man.
Oh, Joe Biden's an expert.
Yeah, he's a boomerang cock block.
Absolute expert,
He says shit that comes back to haunt him years later.
Oh, it never ends, man. Whoo! That's some good stuff. And with that being said, we're going to take you over to your daily lump of vomit.
I'm scared.
That's like your favorite graphic, dude.
My God, I can never get over the vomiting thing. It's like they're throwing up caviar or something.
Before we get to some articles, I got some stuff that I managed to find on the internet. That's just. We went over some of it earlier, and I know that it was really.
Here we go.
It was really making you a little queasy. So I'm going to put the camera on you. This is from Ave Guapo. Your lady ever squirting an ice tray and put little sticks in it and leave it in the freezer before she goes on a trip so when you miss her, you can have her little squirtsicles? That's my love language, squirtsicles.
God damn. That is disgusting.
It's so gross.
God damn it.
Why, dude?
Why?
Why would you ever... You know, squirtsicles are part uric acid. You want to know what the primary ingredient of urine is? Uric acid.
Yeah.
You're slipping on pissicles, bro.
Wow. That's disgusting.
Yes, it is. Oh, my. And then I've got this one here, which, of course, is just phenomenal. This one's hilarious.
What's this say?
Maybe not lump of vomit hilarious, but it's pretty damn funny. I really want to try Lana spelled backwards for the first time.
No.
Has anyone got any tips or suggestions, please? Grace says, lots and lots of lube. Sarah says, well, me and your dad prefer Vaseline. I think we may have a little bit left if you need it. XX. Emily says, thanks, Mom. Can you leave it on my bedside cabinet and I'll use it later? Sarah says, okie dokie, unless we use the rest tonight.
You know what? That relationship is a little weird.
It is. And I love that Mom's Vaseline comment has 17 likes.
You should not be asking your parents for sexual equipment.
No, never. No.
No, that's a no.
Like, hey, Mom, my pen straw ran out of batteries. Can I borrow yours?
Stop.
My dishwasher safe man, my car battery ran dry. Can I hook up yours instead? Oh, my Lanta.
The double stroker.
Jeffrey, Paul, if you're watching, meme that.
Stuff flying everywhere. Terrible.
And this one, if you guys are a fan of the Clankdom, you've heard about this already.
Goats and soda.
But this is messed up, and I think that this is, just a perfectly sensible, totally scientific idea, especially if you've seen Jurassic Park.
Oh, no.
How an altered strand of DNA can cause malaria-spreading mosquitoes to self-destruct. They want to genetically modify mosquitoes, arguably one of the deadliest organisms on the planet. I totally see this not going south at all.
No. This is, first of all right. If you start fucking with DNA, you're going to get it. You're going to have a DNA getaway.
Oh.
And shit's going to go fucking south. Don't do that.
Oh.
Just let it be.
No, man, nobody saw Jurassic Park. Nobody knows that just because you can do this shit
doesn't mean you should.
Exactly. For the first time, scientists have shown that a new kind of genetic engineering can crash populations of malaria-spreading mosquitoes. But, what if instead, just like antibiotics have caused a new antibiotic-resistant form of super gonorrhea, you create super malaria mosquitoes with a deadly pathogen that can wipe out 50% of the people who get it because you fucked around and found out.
That's right.
Yeah, that'll never happen, right? We can totally trust the science.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great idea. Great, yeah. You guys just keep doing what you're doing. Clearly it's working for you.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
I'm just over here and I'm just like imagining the doomsday scenario cycling through my head.
I know, it's stupid. It's stupid.
What were you thinking?
Yeah, we're going to wind up fucking ourselves up really bad.
We can't even cure the common cold. You want to fuck with mosquitoes.
Oh, yeah. Well, technically, they can cure the common cold with this new RNA vaccine.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Even though people who are getting it are still getting infected.
And they're becoming super spreaders. Yeah, just like all the chicks you used to date in college.
Yeah.
How you doing, Heidi?
Yeah, you go mess around with the chlamydia clam. You're going to the special adult clinic, and you're going to get a harsh talking to.
Yep.
Just saying.
Speaking of human parasites, YouTube decided to ban an actual authoritative news source this week because they disagreed with the World Health Organization. And they had the balls to talk about the Mectin ivories.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I love this quote. Sky News says, smart people are being silenced so stupid people won't be offended.
Absolutely correct.
Thank you very much.
I am so, first of all, I don't care if I offend you. I really don't.
No.
I don't care about your feelings. All I do is give my opinion, and I speak the truth based on facts, logic, reason, and studies. And I put those all in the bottom of all the videos I do.
Yep.
And we get in all kinds of trouble speaking the truth.
Yes, we do. All the time. That's why you're watching it on this YouTube channel and not the main YouTube channel, because we still have 2 strikes on it, and they absolutely refuse to address our repeal on the second strike.
They're not going
because they know it's bullshit.
It's complete bullshit. They're not going to do it.
So you want to hear why they were banned?
Yeah.
Sky News host Shari Markson, who was key to uncovering the complicity between Dr. Anthony Fauci, the marionette-in-chief, the NIH, and the Woohoo Institute of Virology, the Chinese Communist Party, and the WHO, not to be confused with Pete Townsend, said that research done at the Woohoo Institute of V was incredibly risky. It was genetically modifying stuff, and in some cases was gain-of-function experiments to make them even more transmissible. All of that is verifiably true and has been documented ad nauseum.
Absolutely correct. We've talked about it ourselves here.
So, yeah, you just basically, when you're on this platform,
now, were they
can't tell the
Twitter?
Truth. Just YouTube, from what I understand.
Oh, YouTube? All right.
But if they're banned off of YouTube, it's a temporary ban. I'm sure that if they keep doing, if they just start speaking out against big tech, eventually it'll become a permanent thing, and then everybody's going to get involved. But it's totally never coordinated.
No,
never. Alex Jones just disappeared off of every mainline tech platform within a span of 48 hours, but they totally don't plan this together.
Yeah, but he's still around, though, and he's doing well.
He is still around and doing well. The thing is, it's like anything else. What did like Obi-Wan said? If you strike me down, I should become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. There you go.
And there you go. Somebody got turned into a vapor cape.
Yep.
And came back to just haunt Vader.
Yep.
Haunt him.
And speaking of twatter, because you just talked about it here, Dr. Shiva, this is literally the man who invented email, discovers existence of secretive long fuse report, exposes twatter government collusion. As momentous discovery as Pentagon Papers. Update, hearing tomorrow.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Though I don't trust our government
He
to
uncovered
get to the bottom of anything.
Oh, neither do I. He uncovered what has been called the Partner Support Portal on Twatter. They built a special portal offered to certain governmental entities so that government officials could flag and delete content they dislike for any reason.
Really?
Yes.
I like it.
Dr.
No, I don't.
Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai, the man who invented email, ran for U.S. Senate in Massachusetts as a Republican and made allegations of voter fraud on Twitter. See, now the reason why they're not going to really talk about this on the lamestream media is because guys with this skin color aren't allowed to vote Republican. If they do, they're race traitors.
Yeah, I know. That's so stupid.
Ugh. And he also talked about stuff that we're not allowed to talk about on this platform. The tweets were then deleted by the far-left tech giant. Later, it was discovered that they were deleted at the direction of government employees at the Massachusetts Secretary of State's office.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's not a conspiracy theory when they're actually after you. Funny how that works.
Wow. Oh, well, what are you going to
do? Could this be the end of 230? I sincerely hope it is for big tech. Honestly, I think if you are accepting government subsidy, platforming government services, and then you think you can be dictatorial over them, 230 shouldn't apply to you.
This is what needs to happen. Since the tax dollars have basically built all of the infrastructure that allows the internet to exist here in this country,
Yep.
That all of these social media platforms should be labeled a public space.
Yep.
Be called a utility. And that's it.
Yeah.
You can't do what you're doing then. It is basically the public square where you can get on a box and you can scream your head off to whoever wants to listen.
Yep.
That's the way it should be, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's exactly how it should be. I mean, we and the Supreme Court has essentially proved that, because when Trump attempted to block people, they ruled that unconstitutional. And they did that because you are denying access to the citizens, your constituents, in the new public square to their president.
Correct.
So why is it that these companies now can go against a Supreme Court decision? I mean, it's in reverse, because they're blocking the people from the public servants from their people. Come on, fuck off.
I know, it's stupid.
Come on.
Do we have any super chats?
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of super chats. We're going to go through your super chats before we leap on over to new tech to talk about the real juicy shit. Mm-hmm. It's going to be good. All right, we're going to jump on over here to Streamlabs first, because, as always, before the stream even started, Pulse Kebab threw down $25.
Boom! Thank you so much, bro.
Where's my glass here? Gentlemen, beer monies. The Sunday stream was great with all you guys on. Blake, get Cappy back on just to rip into Pop for 2 hours. He had some great burns. Hey, Pop can take a burn with the best of them.
I do take some good burns, man.
Well, today, when I put your face on Buddha, you were like, you motherfucker! What, did you think I was commenting on your weight?
Actually, I lost a lot of weight. So
I know.
I'm down to 200-ish, plus or minus 2 pounds.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get down to 190.
10 pounds to go.
Yeah, I gave up the hard liquor for a while and dumped a whole bunch of weight. Plus, I've been ill.
Yes. Hard liquor, you drink your calories kind of thing.
I've been sick.
Yeah. I actually knew a chick who used to be a perfect 10. If not, she would have been like a 9.5.
Okay.
Lost her mind, dropped out of her business where she was, gaining a lot of clout in the local industry, and then stopped eating food, started drinking booze, and still managed to blow up almost 100 pounds inside of 2.5 years.
Wow.
It was grotesque.
100 pounds.
It was like watching a slow motion train wreck, and the train just keeps compacting and getting fatter as it rams into the wall.
So it keeps going off the cliff.
Oh, Lordy. Oh,
damn it!
Here, piggy, oink, oink. A fellow war hoarder donated. Please check your email. I sent you a nice good news email just now to balance out the bad news I sent you last night. Yeah, I read that.
Okay, hang on.
Good times.
If the fan that sent in the virtual machine to us is out there, we did receive it. It's not firing up. I think it got damaged.
It got damaged en route.
In the, being mailed. And I have an individual looking at it right now.
Yeah, that does seem to happen. But yeah, the post office has batting 1,000 with me this year, bro.
Not good.
No. I also hope that you enjoyed the Christian military history emails that I sent you, including the one about the history of your name winning.
I did. That was interesting.
What was the history of your name? What's that about?
It's like a German Russian name.
Pop?
No.
Did you used to be like Popovich? Oh,
Terrence. But it was pretty interesting.
Oh, you are only one syllable away from being a popular Russian vodka.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I never thought about that until now.
Yeah.
It's fitting. That's what she said.
Russian vodka is good.
Yes, it is.
It is good.
Shark dentures. I never understood going after the guy. He didn't swear an oath of fidelity to you and turn around and betray you. She did. Amen. Sure, the dude was scubby for what he did, but point your weapon at the right target. Equal rights means equal lefts too.
Correct.
Yes. I've never understood that too.
What?
Like you see this shit on Jerry Springer all the time. Like these chicks getting mad that their dude is going around putting the hose to a bunch of hoes. And, the chick comes out that he's been banging around with, and they go after her and start pulling her fucking hair and stuff. I'm like, what? He was the one. Never mind.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Maybe just sensible people. The shit just doesn't make any sense to us. I got nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I got nothing either.
Dynaside 13. Cheers, gents. A toasted by based little brother. Oh, a toast to my based little brother. He has managed to single-handedly piss off every commie feminazi quantaha in his age range in our hometown by being so unapologetically red-pilled on social media. Cheers, little brother. The game. North.
Send them my videos. That's why I made them.
Amen. And they women.
Yeah.
I love saying that just to see the look on your face. You're like, you motherfucker.
That's so stupid.
It's so stupid.
Stop it.
Shark Denture is rapping. No, thank you. She deserves this. LMAO. Yeah, screw her. No one else is. Nope. Domesta, 1999. May I have the link to that Stanford researched CDC published study that cotton muzzles actually spread the CCP virus? And how do I join Popp's Preppers? Redonkulous12gmail.com.
Send an email. I'll put you on the mailing list.
Yes, and we are actually talking about doing monthly seminars on Zoom for the Pops Preppers. It will not be a free thing because it's really, really, it's kind of sometimes sensitive information. But
well, we'll see.
It would be like $5 a pop. No pun intended. That's it.
Well, I mean,
just Zoom seminars, things like that.
Yeah, I have one of the fans wants me to go to Texas to do a security review of his property he bought.
Nice.
He sent me like the overheads and stuff. So
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to travel down there for that though, but I can give him information.
Well, if you do, I mean, we can always look for some cool haunted spots.
Oh yeah.
And a couple of our biggest fans live down there. Jeffrey Paul lives near Dallas, and I want to say Brett Mauser, the serial rabbit dude.
Yeah.
He lives in Austin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Jeffrey Paul, one of his bucket list items is to go on a ride and roast with you and I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Apparently, he wants to eat some M&Ms beforehand and fart in the car.
Whatever, roll the window.
So bottom line is, Jeff, if you do come along with us, you're not driving because I don't trust you with the window locks.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, I'm not smelling ass.
You could sit your ass in the back seat and eat your M&Ms.
Yeah. That's acceptable.
Demaster says, can I just ask nicely, or do I have to stand on your porch for 3 days with no food and shelter? The first rule of Project Mayhem is you do not ask questions.
No food and shelter. Bummer.
Too old, fat man, and your tits are too big. Oh, here we go.
Oh, no.
It's time for Detention with Ascension. Speaking of diseases, here's a joke. Last week, I got too drunk with my gay cousin, and he started ranting about his boyfriend. I got bored and fell asleep. He got so mad that he effed me in my ear, and now I have hearing aids. Nice. I liked that. It was a good build-up. Hey, Pop and Blake, have you heard anything about the new military code words gaining popularity among new recruits? Alpha, Kenny, Body. What do you think, and why are people using them in that order?
I have not heard anything about this.
This is new. Shoot us an email, Steve. Let us know what's going on. Shark Dentures, how can we trust the science when we barely know a millionth of all the science?
That's absolutely correct. And they keep flip-flopping on the science.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you can trust the science. The scientific method itself is flawless, but...
Oh, no.
The scientific method itself is flawless.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No.
You advance a theory and you put it to a test. That's a scientific method. But the people who are applying it are flawed and can be bought.
But the thing is, for it to be perfect, it's not flawless because the people involved are flawed.
The method itself, I said the method itself was flawless. The people who are applying it can be bought, sold, and paid for. So, ha-ha.
Ha-ha! Ha!
Here, I got something you can suck on.
Now you missed it. Rat bastard.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. You like 4 in your mouth at a time.
Stop.
Get your king dongs, you
bastard. Man.
I'm going to debate you on semantics. Yes, I am. Fuck. Dinosaur 13 again. My hometown has had a rash of break-ins and thefts. You live near Portland? Just asking for a friend.
Huh.
These reports go alongside city Facebook citizen forum reports of an SUV dropping a squad of youths night after night in the areas the crimes are reported in. It's not random. It's organized raids by gangs.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up. They're probably
organize a neighborhood watch. Get yourself some paintball guns.
Yeah.
And run them the fuck off.
Rooftop Koreans.
12 gauge bean bags.
Oh yeah.
Listen, well,
that shit'll knock you flat.
Here's the story. All right.
Oof.
When I was in high school,
dun dun dun,
a friend of mine who's now deceased, we were. It was Halloween. It was Devil's Night, and we were in the cemetery, the Berkeley Cemetery, right there on 13 in Woodward.
Yeah. We drive by that all the time.
Well, we were in there fucking off drinking.
Shocker.
And one of the dudes who ran that place snuck up on us and blasted us with rock salt.
Oh.
Now, I got it on the arm and on the side.
That must have sucked.
And I literally got up and just took off running. My buddy was sitting there with his legs in an open grave, and he took it
in the junk.
Right to the sausage. Oh, he was so fucked.
Oh, man. I think we're going to hear a chorus of sympathy pangs ringing out in all the chats after that.
Yeah.
Oh.
He took rock salt to the sausage.
Oh, speaking of which, 645 people on YouTube. They might actually be letting people watch us tonight. That's kind of amazing. Wow. Never would have seen that one coming. Ugh. Sausage Factory 2.0. Jackal the Emperor with $10.50 on the donation scale. Thank you, sir. Beer money for the crazy drunk uncles. I just got an M35 Stahlhelm to make the futuristic Wolfenstein model of it. I'm going to have some fun.
Nice.
Hell yeah, man. Make yourself a BFG while you're at it. Winning.
All right, yeah. That's another thing I could go over in the Pops Preppers is like firearm selection and shit like that.
Oh, hell yeah. Do it. Ohio Trucker 1 over on YouTube with a $15 donation. Are we ready on the right?
Ready on the right.
Ready on the left.
Ready on the left.
Put your selector switch on semi and watch your lane.
Watch the fat asses.
True story. Aiden McGill, I should say. Always enjoy your content. Keep up the great work.
Creep up the good work. Okay.
Creep up. Mission creep? What? Crazy uncle. Here we go. Hey, Pop, what does a tornado and an ex-wife have in common?
They both destroy your shit.
Yeah. First they blow you, then they take away your house.
Pretty much.
Yep. Just like hurricanes, man.
Allegedly.
That's why they should be named after women.
Allegedly.
You can be sued, man. The Bacon. Imported pack of British cigarettes. Good evening.
All right.
Love the wordplay. Joe Marisol with two $10 donations back-to-back. The age of pop is about to begin. Crowder's been in the hospital. We know how women are with that. His clock is ticking.
Well, let's not. I do not want anything bad to happen to that dude. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I don't agree with everything he says.
No, but we don't have to.
And that high-pitched voice he does bothers me to a certain extent. But other than that, I think he's a good soul.
Well, he's like us, you know. He cracks jokes, he talks shit, but he always brings the receipts, and he's getting the word out there to like 4+ million people on his channel.
He's got us beat hands down, man.
And he's got the clout and the lawyer to actually go after these a-holes with their censorious bullshit.
Well, he hasn't actually filed anything yet.
Yes, he has.
Has he?
They have filed the lawsuit.
Then I will have to talk to our attorney and see if he's got a copy of it yet.
Get on in there. Joe Marisol again. The Legends of MGTOW have all been in a live stream at some point. The last one had 5 of them. Let the age of pop begin.
Listen, all I'm doing is I'm trying to help the youth behind me not to make the mistakes I made.
Yep.
Because I was lucky that I had, an individual who took the bullet that was meant for me. And now I'm trying to keep those behind me from doing the same fucking shit. Because I'm telling you, any system that destroys love and hope is just straight up evil and needs to be fought, resisted, and destroyed.
Yes.
All right.
And smoking yourself over that doesn't do anyone any good. And besides, like you said in the episode, people will love you less
when you cause or make a mess.
Exactly. So don't select a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
You know where I came up with that? I got one of my buddies is an actual paramedic in New York City proper, and the burbs.
The burbs.
And 3 or 4 times a year, he'll get called down to a subway ramp where somebody just decides to step in front of the train and say, fuck it.
Man, you just traumatize everyone who sees that shit.
Well, not only that, you traumatize the driver.
Yeah.
Everyone who saw it. and everyone who has to clean it up.
Yeah, I know,
and then
man.
your family and loved ones who find out exactly what you did.
Yeah. I mean, the driver's the first one that's going to watch you get all gooified up against the windows. It'll be like that dude in RoboCop.
Yeah, now listen. I'm a death with dignity guy. Like, if you get a very nasty illness that has a very, very bad ending.
Robin Williams.
And you ride it out as far as you can, and then you decide, hey, I'm going to leave this place with a shred of dignity, leave your keys on the counter and check out, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Just to let you know, channeled 1-800-DUMB in the chat. Haven't seen you for a while, sir. Welcome back to the gay cruise. The SS Drinking Straw missed its first MAPE. Now go scrub my poop dick, bitch. We love all you guys. No homo. Evil Zombie Toe. The Army's gone back to full masturbation.
Yes, it has.
Also, loved the stream with Joker on Sunday. I just feel like it needed more Starburst.
That's just nasty.
Oh, why? You don't like that? A little bit of king dong eating.
Hey, look, I was in Ranger School. I was starving to death, and the guys from 3rd Bat at Benning were doing a drive-by feeding and throwing food over the fence. And I just ate what landed by me, man. Stop picking on me. I was starving.
You had 4 big old king dongs in your mouth.
I did. I drank a Pepsi.
I mean, it's fine. At bars like, I don't know, The Bulge, you'd be very popular.
Fuck off.
Total cocks.
Jesus Christ.
I got to do what I got to do.
All right.
Damon Wolf Megtow with a $10 donation for the waitresses. Where?
All right.
Dude, if we had topless waitresses up in here, we'd go to New Tech full time.
Dude, I'd get in trouble.
But you'd be allowed to touch them. Just saying.
Nothing ever good happens.
Because they'd be our employees.
Look, nothing ever good happens whenever you hire women and then you touch them in an inappropriate, it's just going to blow up in your face.
No.
It'd be one thing if we hire them and film them. That's fine.
No, just we could do like a coitus consent form, like you consent to groping. Man humor.
Well, man humor. Oh, yeah, okay. I just don't want, I'm just not in the mood to get in any kind of trouble in that shit.
Oh, no, that'd be a bad idea.
So done with that.
That'd be bad.
I'm so done with that.
But when you decide to send them home,
leave.
Send them a nice severance package and a can of Pringles.
Yeah. All right.
Dumasta 12. Megan Rapinoe. Add a D to the end and lose the Inno.
Huh.
Can't say that word on YouTube. We'll get banned.
Yeah, we'll get banned.
Yeah, plus, I'm actually, just looking at her and seeing how chiseled that jaw is and all the crap that she gets and how easily offended that she is about everything and how entitled she is. Wouldn't be surprised if somebody at some point comes out and accuses her of that. Just saying. Women can do it too, just like men can. Equal rights and equal lefts, baby.
All right, so this Megan Rapinoe, she's 36 years old.
36? She looks 46.
Well, she's 36. She's obviously slammed through the wall.
Oh.
Yeah, she's done.
Ugh.
Yeah, she's done.
Aaron Williams, the VA forced my dad to get the jab to keep his benefits.
What they say, what?
The VA forced his dad to get the jab in order to keep his benefits. That is bullshit.
That's going to be a problem.
That's a civil suit waiting to happen.
Yep.
Rick Vella with $4.99. Thanks for helping me keep my weapon pointed down rage instead of at my face, Pop. Cheers.
376.
Boom. Headshot. No pun intended.
376 human beings.
We should start making little hashtag tallies on the wall.
That's actually,
that way we can add to it every time.
Yeah.
Be fantastic. Just like dudes counting the days until they get out of prison. Like all the people who are being held against their will for walking on a tourist trap through the Capitol. Just saying. Reaper 01. Wango Tango Short. At the height of mouth music, a chick bucked her hips and chipped my tooth with her pelvis. Pop, can I use a weighted vest instead of a rucksack? Going to New Tech after this super chat.
Okay. I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of things that you get from carrying the rucksack that you don't get from a weighted vest. All right. First of all, if you should have to take to your getaway sticks to run from people or maneuver on individuals, it's best to be able to do it with a rucksack. It just becomes a muscle memory thing.
Yeah.
Now, if you were like training for boxing or MMA, a weighted vest is great, but that's not what we're going for here. So I would say if you want to have a weighted vest, get an LBE. I have an LBE and I weight it down with wet sand and rocks and shit. And then I put on like a rucksack if I'm going to do any long walking.
Okay.
But my body's beat up, so I can't do that on a sustained basis. So.
Oh, and I thought you should know, just going back to the prior subject, Adam LeBlanc, 377. Thanks for your help with my divorce in 2017.
377.
377.
Dude,
I just happened to catch that one. Yeah.
Wow.
Evil Zombie 2 with a $5 donation. With that level of mental fortitude in the Secret Service, certain red flag countries could conquer the Capitol just by walking in wearing MAGA hats. Amen to that.
Well,
because apparently that's all it takes.
Listen, I mean, literally, if you were to get, say, 5,000 people in the vicinity willing to like do crazy bullshit, there's nothing they could do to stop it unless they knew about it ahead of time. If they were caught by surprise, they are totally fucked.
Yeah. Even with their little fortified cages and stuff around the building, which, totally, was supposed to be temporary,
Listen,
right?
If you have people show up who are prepared to do the two-way rifle range and do actual violence, unless you're prepared, you're not stopping those people.
No.
Okay. And I don't want that to happen. I'm just telling you.
Just saying.
That's a valid argument that guy brought up.
Yep. Successful Endeavor is one of our wrenches. Pop, Blake, you'll like Telegram. I'm in Kendall Reekins and the Voice of Reason's TGs. Okay. By the way, I still don't know who the hell Kendall Reekin is.
I have no idea.
I'd never heard of him. I believe I asked about it. I'm like, who the hell is that? I never got an answer.
Never heard of Kendall Reekin.
Kendall Reekin, suave. Crazy Uncle found out that a channel on YouTube that is a nature channel got banned because the wife of the one filming likes to wear bikinis.
Uh-huh.
What? I'm laughing my balls off because, like, I every once in a while I like to go back and check out some of the older material, see how it's doing. And some of the older material, I'm not surprised that it hasn't been reevaluated according to YouTube's new standards. Because got some nice asses in that shit. Now we're getting age-restricted on videos that have chicks in yoga pants.
Yep.
But Miley Cyrus can be totally nude, and your kids can watch it. It's totally cool.
Totally cool.
Crazy Uncle again. Seeing some of these articles makes me glad that I have a glass of homemade wine. Don't worry, I aerated it. Yeah, Whiny Blake gets bad hangovers from wine. I'm not going to be doing that anymore. But that's okay. I got a whole menagerie.
You gained a bunch of weight drinking all that.
Yeah, I got a whole menagerie here too, so it's all good. Tony Soprano, Kathy Griffin thinks it's from performing at clubs that allowed smoking back in the day. Oh, she was smoking all right. Also, Cuomo needs to be casted for a leading role in a mob movie.
Yeah, preferably where they throw him in a hole at the end.
Yeah, he could play the Joe Pesci part in Casino, and I would just fast forward to the end.
Yep.
DeWall. Grandfather Nurgle has jumped ship from Games Workshop's IP to the CDC. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Nurgle now, for a housewarming program, we will F with living hypodermic needles that will reproduce in the trillions. Yeah, that's about it, too.
Nice.
Well, that would be one way to aggressively poke the unpoked.
Yeah, he's making a reference to Warcraft.
Well, yeah. Well, not only that. I mean, if they can genetically engineer these mosquitoes, who's to say they can't genetically engineer them to carry specific pathogens or stuff like that, or mRNA?
Or they can just, I mean, once they start Once you start tinkering with DNA, you can do anything.
Can you speak the fuck up?
Well, once you start tinkering with the DNA, you can do pretty much anything.
I've been telling you this for 12 years, bro. Microphones are not magical things.
All right, sorry.
Dick Burns. Oh, God. It's right up there with the rock salt. Popster, I love you, said your wife, allegedly. Opinion on new mask mandates, evictions, and libertarians? Yeah, we'll get to that on New Tech. Jeffrey Paul, damn it, I'm late. What did I miss? And no M&Ms. Aw, I guess you'll just have to go to sleep tonight without farting yourself half to death. You talented mofricker.
Yeah.
Mike Hunt. I always make sure that I enunciate that. That kid that I told you about got sent to a Florida sheriff youth ranch after a Baker Act. He will either come out better or die trying. Fun.
I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah.
If you're young, send you to one of those re-education camps, beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
It actually works. So.
The competent man. Army has mask orders, so people in combat zones are masked up. How are we supposed to keep running the empire with everyone fearful of everything?
Absolutely correct.
That's a very valid question.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that unless the Muslims start sending their wives in to battle zones, no one's going to be wearing a fucking mask.
Pretty much. That whole mask
That's
thing
what cracked
is
me up,
stupid.
too. Like, they started doing that shit over here, and I'm just like, and all the Islam women are like, nothing changes for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the store.
I'm fine.
I'm totally cool, man. I totally don't suffer from oxygen deprivation. A, B, C, D, E, F. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot the alphabet. Crazy uncle. Hey, Pop. Where I work, I do my damnedest to set the young ones up for success. Though what hurts is when we are not allowed to. Still won't stop me.
That's good.
Good.
Don't let it.
Damasta, still need that link to the muzzle study, please and thank you. Oh, you talking about that CDC study? I'm going to make sure that I grab that later. Shoot us an email, redonkulous12@gmail.com if I forget. Bob Maluga was on Odyssey but kept lagging out. Damn it, so it's still doing that.
Yeah.
So here is some beer money. Keep it up, Sarge.
All right.
Damn it, Odyssey! You're fucking with my feng shui. You were doing awesome.
How many more we have left?
That is it on YouTube. So with that being said, I think it's time for Pop to go and drain the main vein.
Yeah!
And while he's doing that, we're going to be terminating this YouTube stream with all 639 of you. I'm so sorry, except I'm not. And we're going to go over to where we can truly speak our minds on new tech. Enjoy that shit.